today we're going to give it a go on Constance Lake, which is just near Dunrobin, Ontario. We're only, actually, if you can believe it or not, when you look around, we're only 15 minutes out of the heart of our capital city, Ottawa, Ontario. It's a beautifully calm evening. And we're going to go and see if we can catch a few fish, some largemouth and some pike. Hopefully, primarily largemouth. This is a very shallow lake. On the depth finder here, it's actually, there's so much weeds I'm not even picking up any water. Thing you ever want to do is just go full bore into your spot. What you want to do is slow down and stop long before and use your trolling motor to sneak in. You don't want to spook the fish. So the other thing you're going to want to do when you're fishing a weedy lake is lift your motor up so you're not dragging around all those weeds. Everybody has their own way of starting when they're out. I like to throw a spinner bait or something like this. Basically, all I'm going to use this for is to try and find them. Basically try to locate them. Keep your trolling motor. This is an 80-pound thrust Minn Kota. I like to keep it set at about 50. That way you're not scaring the fish as you're sneaking in on them. Just a great evening tonight. There's no breeze, it's nice and cool, no humidity. We're fishing in about 7 feet of water. There's some cabbage, and a lot of times the largemouth just like to hang out, feed on bait fish. See what I'm talking about when I refer to it as cabbage, these guys here. Excellent, excellent. Vegetation for a largemouth. I'm going to take a couple more casts with this spinner bait and then I'm going to switch to a Cinco. Usually 2 ways of fishing largemouth. Well, there's more than 2 ways, but a lot of people like to head right in tight to shore and fish lily pads, fish the pads, and you know, you can do that throwing a Cinco or top water. Another way is trying to get them in the deeper water. And as of late, this year seems to be a good year for fishing in anywhere from about 7 to about 10 or 15 feet of water. Been having a lot of luck picking them up. Couple different ways to rig a Cinco. One is wacky style. Other one basically is to kind of keep your bait straight on your hook. So the straighter you have your bait, the better. So the way I've got it is I've got the worm, the hook. I like to use owner hooks myself, but through the top of the bait, and then just try to hide the tip of it against the belly of the worm. And we'll see what that'll do. When I'm fishing these, I throw out, and basically just let it sink. You're going to want to keep a little bit of tension on your line just to see if you're going to pick one up or not, because your line will usually straighten out in a hurry or take off. There's just a nice little breeze, so I don't even have to get on the trolling motor basically. Breeze is just pushing us along nicely. Little guy playing with it. That's what happens when you get a hit from a little guy. He ends up usually not getting on your hook and just messing up your bait a little bit. But if the little ones are here, the bigger ones are here. Today I'm fishing with a Quantum GSX tournament fishing reel and a St. Croix Triumph rod. Oh, just missed one. Might have been another little guy. You don't want to do, folks, is when you're changing your bait is don't toss it in the water. Take it home. You can always reuse a bait like this, hook it up wacky style, but certainly don't throw it in the water. When I go out, I like to bring a good supply of different worms. Of course, everybody has their favorite. One of my favorites is a wave bamboo stick, purple with a fleck in it. This guy here has been used once or twice, so I'm going to just get a little deeper. Again, how I hook these guys, if I don't hook a wacky style, typically what I'll do is I'll bring it in right through the center of the bait, go down about a half an inch or so and come out the side. Just like that. Thread it up. You're always going to want to cover the eye of your hook, basically, and your knot if you can. What you want to do is just have your hook sticking out like that. Now what you got to do is you got to measure where you're going to put that hook through. Again, doing this is critical to keep your bait as straight as possible, just like that. Now let's see if we can catch a fish.